In the frozen, desolate wilderness of the Arctic, where the wind cuts like a blade and the snow seems endless, a giant white creature faces a battle few could ever imagine. This polar bear, whom we will call Glacius, is not fighting another predator or hunting for food. No, this mighty animal is struggling against something much smaller, yet just as deadly: an invasion of barnacles and parasites that have clung to his skin. You might think that a polar bear is invulnerable, but think again. These barnacles, those tiny crustaceans that normally attach to rocks along the shore, have made Glacius their home. And it doesn't end there. Microscopic insects have also decided to join the feast. Picture this: a bear weighing over 350 kilograms, covered in an uncomfortable accessory that could bring even the most formidable predator to its knees. A giant of nature now reduced to a fight for survival against foes so small they can barely be seen. What will happen to him? Can the rescuers save him before it's too late? Stick with us to find out, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you want to see more incredible wildlife stories. Now, let's dive into this gripping tale. In a landscape covered by an endless blanket of snow, with temperatures that can plunge as low as -40°C, Glacius faces a challenge even the king of the tundra was not prepared for. The barnacles aren't just an annoyance, they are draining his strength. What would normally be a fearsome predator is now struggling under the weight of this invasion, unable to hunt as he once did, his energy sapped and his skin cloaked in parasites. It's hard to imagine what this means for his survival. In the Arctic, a polar bear must be in peak condition to survive the harsh conditions. But this is not only a physical attack, it's also an emotional one. How does an animal that is so large, so powerful, and so confident face an enemy that is so small, yet so persistent? Nature, in all its beauty and harshness, never ceases to surprise us. But all hope is not lost for Glacius. A team of brave rescuers has stepped in to help. Their mission is clear: to remove the barnacles and insects that are weakening him before his condition worsens. And although Glacius is not the most welcoming of humans, these rescuers are determined to venture into the heart of the Arctic with one goal in mind: to save his life. Now, imagine for a moment that you are one of these rescuers. You are facing a polar bear that is probably not too happy to see you. You are about to come face to face with an animal that can run at speeds of 40 kilometers per h and has claws big enough to rip apart any predator. And on top of that, he's covered in barnacles and parasites, making the rescue process even more delicate and dangerous. Yet, with great care and determination, the rescuers begin their mission. Equipped with specialized tools, they carefully approach the bear, who, although a bit agitated, seems to understand that these humans are here to help him. The barnacles don't come off easily. These tiny crustaceans cling with such force that removing them without damaging the bear's skin requires precise, careful handling. And all of this, of course, is happening in an environment so cold it could freeze anyone in an instant. But the rescuers don't stop. They know that Glacius's life is at stake, and what seems like an endless task is crucial to his survival. The mission continues, but it's not just a physical job. Each rescuer has to stay constantly alert to Glacius's movements, as the bear is clearly not too pleased with their presence. Every time he shifts his body or shoots a look that could make anyone's heart skip a beat, the rescuers feel the pressure. But they know they must carry on, hoping that, little by little, the bear will calm down and regain some of his strength. Every barnacle removed, every insect wiped away from his fur is a victory. But the work is grueling, and the snowstorm doesn't help. Every second counts. The extreme conditions of the Arctic are a constant reminder of what's at stake, not just Glacius's life, but the safety of the rescuers too. Yet, despite the pressure, they push forward, working together, fighting alongside the bear, facing the icy winds and the fury of nature. And what's truly remarkable is that, despite being surrounded by these strange humans daring to get close, Glacius begins to calm down. His breathing deepens, his movements slow and become less erratic. Little by little, the polar bear seems to relax. What had seemed like an impossible task is starting to show results. Glacius rises to his feet, a little unsteady at first, his massive body still recovering from the ordeal. Each of his powerful limbs seems to be testing the weight of the world. But despite the slight wobble, T here is a palpable force emanating from him. With a deep, almost imperceptible sigh, the great bear straightens, his head lifting high, his chest swelling with pride. You can see the power in his movement now, fluid, graceful, like the Arctic winds themselves. He shakes his thick coat, sending a spray of cold snowflakes into the air, his muscles rippling beneath the thick white fur. He is no longer burdened by the heavy weight of the barnacles that once clung desperately to his skin, nor the nagging irritation of the microscopic insects that had been feeding off him. For the first time in what must have felt like an eternity, Glacius feels free. The years of survival in the harshest conditions of the world have prepared him for this moment. His body, once struggling under the strain of nature's pests, now once again in peak condition, his movements strong, powerful, and controlled. He tests his footing on the frozen ground beneath him, each step firm and confident, the snow crunching softly under his paws, as if in acknowledgement of his return to form. The Arctic wind howls around him, a constant reminder of the unforgiving environment in which he lives, but it no longer seems to faze Glacius. Despite the brutal temperatures, the fierce gusts, and the constant threat of predators lurking in the icy wilderness, the mighty bear walks with a renewed sense of purpose. T here is no hesitation in his stride now. Every paw placement is deliberate, measured, as he begins his slow, majestic journey across the frozen expanse. He's not just walking, he's reclaiming his territory, his right to roam these vast lands. The pain, the frustration, the weakness, all of it seems to have melted away. Now, he's a creature at ease in his own skin, his body no longer weighed down by the unwelcome parasites that once threatened his survival. As he moves further into the heart of the Arctic, he raises his head high and gazes out across the icy horizon. The world seems to open up before him as he surveys his kingdom. The winds may blow harshly, the snow may fall relentlessly, but to Glacius, it's all just part of the endless beauty of the wild. The struggle against the barnacles, the insects, the fatigue, everything is in the past now. The battle has been won, and he's emerged victorious. With each step, Glacius grows stronger. His muscles no longer ache from the fight. His fur is once again the thick, snowy white that it should be. He is the king of this frozen kingdom, and nothing can take that away from him. The once frail and weakened bear is now walking with the confidence and grace of a true ruler of the wild. His recovery is nothing short of miraculous, a testament to the power of resilience and the will to survive in one of the harshest environments on the planet. As he disappears into the vast expanse of snow, his silhouette blending with the whiteness around him, it's clear that he's not just surviving anymore, he's thriving. The Arctic belongs to him once again. This is a story of redemption, of triumph over adversity. Glacius's return to health is not just a victory for him, but a victory for all creatures that struggle to survive in the wild. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes, even the mightiest of creatures need a little help. But when that help arrives, it can spark a recovery that is nothing short of awe-inspiring. If Glacius's incredible journey of survival and recovery has moved you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about his story. What other wildlife rescues would you like to see? There are so many incredible, heartwarming tales waiting to be told in the wild. Stick around for more, because you never know what the next adventure will bring.